Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you haven't liked or subscribed, jump on board. Parney's got something she wants to ask me.
Do you miss Australia?
Do I miss Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I miss the big surfs down the Gold Coast. I do miss the weekends away. I don't miss the cost of going those weekends away. The expenses of booking a place in Noosa 15 years ago or 13 years ago when Party come back, and Noosa was like $100 Australian, get your place on the beach, no problem, you know. Last time we were up there, we were paying $400 or $500, and even for a cheap ass cabin at a camping ground.
Yes.
It was disgusting, and it was like 160, 180. It was just a joke. The quality of our holidays was just going down and down. So we'd go to Ballina and go to Byron Bay and try to shop around a bit Lennox Heads down south there, and it was even worse. Do I miss Australia? Do I miss the living costs? No. Do I miss some of my family and friends? Extremely much. Yeah, 100%. One thing I do want to acknowledge is that when you leave your home on a one-way ticket at 50 years old, and you try and think positive, and you think I'm doing the right thing for everyone, and you do start doubting yourself. I'm not going to lie about it. You do start doubting that you pulled the plug too early. And then a couple of the old time videos that have popped up on my YouTube, these 67-year-old guys and 83-year-old guys telling their stories. And no, I didn't do the wrong thing. I did the right thing for myself and my family and my mental health and my body and my financials. I had a close friend who sent some pictures through yesterday of some cancer and stuff removed, and it reassured me that getting away from those construction sites back home, and these videos, I want to touch base on it because these old fellas are spilling their heart out on YouTube, and I'd like to recognise that because I'm so pleased I haven't got to 63 and fell over and missed the opportunity to enjoy these last few years. When I say 63, I know of a friend who's passed away at 63 last week. It was an old work friend actually, and he was waiting for his retirement for 65, and he was a construction boy, CFMU, done all the union jobs with us and whatever, and he was waiting. He was buying his time. He's done his time. He paid taxes for long enough. He probably had enough of his super to go travel and enjoy, or even just sit on the beach and enjoy his beer. But he died at 63, you know. And then these old fellas have been watching on YouTube clips, awesome life stories, these Italian boys, and for heaven forbid to get to 63 and then fall over and miss the time that you look forward to so much. You chased a dream that was never going to come true. Imagine that. You only get one chance at this life, and you miss the boat. You know, it's like you pull up to a bus stop and the bus is already just pulling away and you can't catch it, and you just wait like, wow, that's what life's about to me. Do I miss Australia? What's happened since we left Australia in 8 months? We watch everything from over here. I don't really want to get into politics and all that sort of stuff on my channel. I don't believe in putting that stuff on my page, let alone religion. That's not my place to put it on here. But what's going on over at home at the moment, I'm so glad we left. When the numbers roll around, you can't avoid it. It's on social everywhere when they say 400,000 immigrants are coming and all this sort of stuff, and I'm all for all that sort of stuff, but not mass. And then when one popped up the other day, 130,000 people homeless in Australia. 130,000 people homeless, and then you go let 300 in the front door, 300,000 in the front door, and then given away to this country, and these poor guys And one of the community pages popped up the other day, a lovely mum and some kids, and she's begging for some accommodation, or she's going to be on the street. She's got a job and all this sort of stuff, and the kids go in the car because they're homeless. They're going to end up getting taken off to mum. They'll go into government care, and I know too well what government care is like. And my heart goes out to those people. Absolutely disgusting behaviour from anyone above. You know what I'm saying. Shouldn't it be like this? But to sit over here and watch my home get destroyed. Do I miss home? Yeah, I do. Yeah. Do I think that everyone deserves an opportunity that we had? Yep. And to get that opportunity, I'm going to tell you in about 1 minute of how I got myself in this opportunity. I think it should be said. A lot of my social media pages, people go, "Oh, it's all right for you, Dale. It's all right for you." 10 years ago, I had a shoulder bag, and there was nothing flash in my house. There was nothing that come from the Salvation Armies. We were tight. She was tight. We lived in Eagleby. Anyone knows Eagleby? It's Queensland's brutal area. It's my little fella's first school. 80% of the kids go there, their mother and father. You can see in the car park was definitely abuse of substance. I won't say what, but definitely you can see that there was trouble at home. Absolutely ferocious. Some of the car parks we go into, the shopping centres, and people are screaming through there, and they're just junkies and just disgusting people. Really, really low lives, So I understand where we come from, and then to get to where we are today, I changed location. We went to a better area, work and so forth. Put my family through a lot of pain with me not being at home. Sacrificed a lot of my freedom. 70, 80 hours a week. We budgeted on a meal allowance, so to speak. Would have this set away for savings, this set away for what we're going to do in the future, and we didn't really go past that. And that budget was like meal prep. My Pani kept all the meals going. That was our budget for the week, and that was 1 week's wages would go into that, and then the other 2 would go into savings per month and so forth. Some months I'd work my ass out for 60, 70 hours a week and would put away 2 pays for that month. $2,000 or $3,000 a month. And that's how we built the first truck. And got the first truck and started assembling and didn't stop. I doubted myself a couple of times. I wanted to pull the pin, and I said to Pani, I want to get the money back in the bank for some security. We're down to like $3,000, and she's going, don't you give up now. And I was nearly in tears. I'm looking at this old beat up thing in the driveway. I'm like, I can't let my family down, man. That's like 2 years work out there, 3 years work for that. And one job at a time, and one invoice at a time. And next minute I got another truck. It took me 12 months to get another truck. Blood, sweat and tears, but also living on a budget for food, electricity, this. We didn't go on holidays. We didn't venture far from home. Everything was all about business. 7 days a week, 4 a.m. to 7 p.m. And Sundays we didn't do much. We'd go to the beach for 10 minutes, have a quick swim, maybe go to the market for some food, and back home would clean trucks, disinfected, fix trucks, fix exhaust, turbo leaks, this. Maintenance all day Sunday. Monday, the boys come in and everything's done. And anyone who worked for me, they'll second this. All the trucks will be armour all, tyres cleaned, cabs spotless, everything's wiped down, all grease, machines, oil's done, everything's done. Monday morning, they're all ready to roll out again and go again. And that's how we lived. People say, oh, whatever about how you got to where you are today, Dale. Man, for someone to come through and try and do what we did, utter respect. What we achieved in 7 years is probably what the normal people would do in 20 years. I've never broken my soul so hard in all my life to count down to the day that this could be the last job that I do. And when it was the last day, it was pretty emotional for me. Do I miss Australia? Yeah, I miss Australia. Australia was fantastic for me. I come to Australia 25 years ago with a shoulder bag, and and I won my ticket, and I was really lost, and I'd done everything I could to try and survive, to keep that rent going, change my mental health, and keep training, and to where we are today. Do I miss Australia? I miss what Australia gave me, but also I earned every bit of it. Australia, you don't just arrive there, mate, and just get off the plane and it all comes flying in the front door. It doesn't work like that, guys. I tried that. I left the sliding door open for a few weeks and waited on the sofa, and nothing come in, mate. You got to get up and go and get it. So, do I miss Australia? Yeah, I miss Australia. I miss my home. That's my home. That's my life started when I got to Australia. That's how I say to many people. They say you talk with a Kiwi accent sometimes. Yeah, my life started when I got to Australia. So proud to be an Australian citizen. So proud I took my wife back there and showed her that beautiful country it is before it is what it is today and what it's going to turn into. It's a crying shame. This is a quick message to any other Aussies out there, man. My heart goes out to you guys. It's a hard slog over there. Any of the smart ass comments in the comments saying, "Oh, whatever you done in business, we're doing right." Look where I am. Look where I am today, and then look where you guys are. The negative comments, man, it makes me laugh, because even at my lowest point in some stage of my life, and I've had 50 years experience of it, I would never ever comment some of the stuff that comes through, and it just shows you where you are at life. And you can say you're up with the Joneses, you got an XR Falcon and turbo barra motor, and you're a hero. Yeah, and you might have tattoos down your leg from Bali, that's all you got. But what I learned from Australia was it turned me into a gentleman. It turned me into a person I am today, that I can offer my family something that I've never thought I could offer anyone. And that was my time. I was always too busy. Once I got onto those construction sites and I knew I was good at something, pumping concrete, I was never home. Pani come in and I was never home. I said to her before she come to Australia, I'm never home. You have to wait for me. Like, one day it's going to stop, but it will stop, but I'm never home. And I'd come home at 7 o'clock at night, no problem, and I'd be just shaking on the bed from pulling hose at high rise and pulling pipes out all day, and I'd be back up, and I never ever was late for work. As soon as that alarm goes off, jump in the car and I'm gone again. I was known to be reliable and probably one of the hardest workers on the Gold Coast. I took it very serious, and when Pani arrived, I was in a limbo stage, and I knew I had to do something about my life real quick. And I promised myself I want to be better at my job, and I want to be a better husband. And today, at 50 years old, I've achieved that. I think I'm completely blessed. I'm 50 now, and if I go to 83, like, man, life's such a small journey. And a lot of people who follow me, they will relate to this. Grab the time you got and the people who care about you real quick, because it's gonna go real quick. That time's gonna go real quick. It's not fair. It's not fair on anyone. It's such a small journey. I try and make the most of it, and I'm so blessed that I did the hours and I did the grind. And if I can suggest anyone who's younger than me, if you get to 40 and you think it's too late, nah, man. I started this journey when I was 40, literally. And the positive thinking didn't come through until I could see the end of the light. I just put my head down in the trenches and just keep going. Don't get distracted. Don't go out on weekends. Just keep going. Make your first 100,000. Invest it straight back in the company. Whatever it is, cleaning pools, pumping concrete, whatever it is, whatever trade you're into, and just keep grinding, expanding it, grinding. Do not take your foot off the gas pedal, because it's about 7 or 8 years work to have financial stable to go and relocate to another country. And sure, the first couple of years you get 100, 200 grand profit, and then 100, 200 grand profit, and then once you get to establish your business into 6 employees or 8 employees, and you stay with that same momentum, before you know it, you pull 400k that year, and then a 500k a year, and then you have a couple of downers, and it's no easy road, man. A couple of smart ass comments come through the other day on Facebook, and I had a snigger. They go, "Oh yeah, you made all your money, but you made it in Australia." Doesn't really matter what country you made it, man. It's what you did to earn it. And I'll tell you, people say it comes down to luck. No, it didn't. No. And they go, "Oh, you're in the right place at the right time." No, I wasn't. You know why? Because I put myself there at that time. I put myself at 4 o'clock in the morning. It wasn't luck. I put myself there. I answered the alarm clock. I had it, got up and had a coffee. I went to work. And that invoice that come through at 4 p.m. or the job that came in at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I went there on my own and pulled hoses until 7 o'clock at night on my own, I earned that. That wasn't luck. That invoice come through into our books because I went and earned it. There was no luck. Probably the only luck that I had was the truck started so I could go and do the job. Oh, excuse me. That's luck. Do I miss Australia? Yeah, I miss Australia. I miss Australia for what it used to be, and a little bit still there today.
Like 10 years ago, it's so good, huh?
Yeah, it was a beautiful country. I mean, it's still
And you're allowed to go holiday every weekend because
Man,
the room for
yeah,
$100.
Yeah, even when I was working for somebody else prior to owning a company and so forth, it was no problem to go overseas 2 times a year. You know, you have your long weekends at Christmas time, and then through the year you can slip away for Easter as well for 10 days because RDOs, all that sort of stuff, or use your sick days, and disappear for 10 days or 2 weeks in April, and then I'll slip away again there in September as well. We used to do it all the time when I was working for somebody else, and then as soon as I took my foot off that pedal and went into business, you can't afford to do that. People go, "Oh, when you're in business, you know, if you're not getting your holidays, you know, you're not doing business right." Well, mate, you don't own a successful company, because to own a successful company, you don't get much time off, man. And even when you do get time off, you're still not time off. Anyone who owns a business knows what I'm talking about, especially small time. And that's your baby. That was our baby. Everything went around that name of that company. Do I miss Australia? Yeah, it's one of the most beautiful countries in the world, and I'm glad I had the guts to go and give it a crack. And now paying all those taxes, because man, we pay some super taxes on that business. Even the leaving tax, the profit gain taxes, and all that sort of stuff. We did it completely legit, guys. We still got the business name and the accountants and family trusts and all that set up over there. So if everyone wanted to go back for whatever reason, or a family member wants to take it over, excuse me, I just bumped this up. Not sure why I did that. If another family member want to take it over or whatever, it's sitting there if they want to, you know, establish something under that name. It's got a fantastic name. Or I couldn't shut it down. I couldn't do the dirty.
The time will be gone, so
Okay.
you got 19 minutes.
We better go. We've got a bit to go anyway, guys. Do I miss Australia? Yeah, we love Australia. Thank you so much for watching us. Like and subscribe, and I'll come back when I'm feeling a little bit less emotional. I do miss home. Peace out, guys.